Oh, what do we have here? Today we got man shoots neighbor 12 times over a tree. It's got to be a really good tree. Thank you guys for tuning in. And without further ado, let's get it!
It's around 6:30 p.m. in Hamilton County, Ohio, where police
Damn, it's always something going on in Ohio. Y'all gangsters out there, bro.
respond to a reported shooting.
Every time we cut on a video, it's Ohio. Shit!
Allegedly sparked by a neighborly dispute.
Before y'all ask what I'm eating, feast your eyes on this. Homemade Chick-fil-A sauce. So when you guys ask what I'm eating a fish sandwich with some Doritos. Let's get to it.
There's heavy verbal trouble. Our call taker is trying to get the family member to go.
I think it's next door. What's going on? What's going on?
Somebody's been shot.
Okay.
Police identify the suspect seen here as 24-year-old Cole Hornsby, who witnesses said lives in the building here.
Was it you? Let me see your hands. Your hands. Got him? Yeah.
Steps away, first
Bro said that shit so calmly, like, yeah, I did it.
responders find Cole's neighbor, identified as 40-year-old Theodore Block, suffering from multiple apparent gunshot wounds, according to police. Investigators would later determine the unarmed grandfather was shot in the back 12 times.
Damn!
Sector 32. Back.
Is he breathing?
With the squad's en route. The squad's en route. Is this your husband?
No, it's my stepdad. Is he breathing?
Just hang out there for 1 second,
Is he
okay?
breathing?
I'm going to check him real quick, all right? Just hang out right there, okay?
Theodore was pronounced dead on the scene a short time later, as several of his family members gathered next door.
Talk to her before she run. That's stepdaughter.
She leaving?
That's stepdaughter, but
Back with the suspect, police prepare to escort him to jail.
what's your name?
SWAT in.
Where's the gun at? Where's the gun at, man?
At least they ain't trying to run, though.
980 jump in. You can give it to the guard. I'll be responding. 987, that's clear. 982, did you copy?
I ain't never seen a killer so calm in my life.
I did. If you would send me the details, please.
Clear.
Got it? Yep. 15, you know the scene today, advised that the male is secured. Victor 31 males in custody.
Male is in custody. At 1822, we've got a supervisor en route, and squad has been advised to respond in.
Which car you,
Ain't nothing like a messy burger, y'all. BBA, Big Bags Activate. Oh my god.
Are you hurt at all? What are you doing, man?
Huh? I'm taking everything you got.
Are you hurt at all? What do you mean?
Get in the car.
Put my belt back on, man.
No, get in the car.
Why are you putting that belt
Because
on?
I'm taking everything you got.
No, you're not.
Sit down.
Jesus Christ, dude. You're not taking everything I got.
Cole is secured in a patrol
Now
car
he want to talk shit. You the one that did this. They ain't do
as
this.
medics arrive on scene.
Next one ever. Next one ever.
I need some sweet tea.
Yeah, over here, next door, behind this house.
Hey,
I'll be back.
go down. Go down.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm looking. Right here. Ma'am, I understand that, but right now they got to work with them, okay? We're gonna work. Just come sit with me for a second. Okay?
Did you guys catch that him?
Yes. It was the neighbor, right?
Yeah, black shirt, jeans. Yeah. He shot him like 5 times. He's. Is my husband breathing? Please, he's doing it now. I can't.
We're gonna keep on.
I want to be over there.
I know, but right now, you gotta let them work, okay? I'm gonna sit you down over here on the porch, okay?
Yeah, I was right there. Yeah, I took off running because he pulled out a gun and started shooting.
Okay, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like you're not hit or anything, right?
No.
You guys are gonna hang out with her for a minute. You probably need to get a statement from her at some point. I'm sure they're gonna take her to CIS.
Yes.
Is he coming there too?
No, I'm not sure what the medics are doing. I know that the bad guy's in custody right now, so I'm not sure what the medics are doing.
They're not telling us anything.
Well, they don't know anything yet.
I gotta go over here.
The victim's wife, who says she witnessed the shooting, gets a chance to catch her breath before investigators question her further.
So, are you the one that called 911? Can you tell me what happened?
We heard a gunshot.
Is she on oxygen? Like, what type of low-life piece of do you have to be to attack somebody that's weaker than you and older than you?
Went over there. The neighbor came outside, and I came outside. My husband was cutting the tree that fell.
Okay.
What? Over a tree? He was cutting a tree that fell?
And he went over there and told him to put the gun away. He doesn't need a gun because he came over here. We called the cops on him once before. He came over, he was pointing a bow and arrow at me. And my husband said, "You're f***ing crazy. You pointed a bow and arrow at my wife. You don't need a gun." And he started running his mouth. I said, "Ted, we'll just go call the cops." And Ted's like, my husband started walking away, and then he said something. My husband turned around, and he just shot him.
Okay.
I wish I could have been your son, because he wouldn't have been here neither.
Did you see that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard that right. Witnesses say Theodore was cutting the tree, seen here, when Cole allegedly fired his gun in the backyard. That's when Theodore, who was reportedly babysitting his grandchildren at the time, approached Cole to ask him to stop before the suspect allegedly turned his aim toward his neighbor. Now, police next door continue trying to figure out what happened here.
Did he get the gun?
No, I checked him. I think he lives up in here. So it's...
Yeah, he said he left and came back.
What? Where'd you first see him when he got... He was standing right here with his hands in his pockets, staring. They said after he shot him, he went back into his house and then came back outside. So, okay. Which I'm pretty sure he lives up here in this building.
Do we have multiple GSWs?
We have 2 in the left upper leg and 3 in the stomach, and we believe 1 more in the right ear.
Okay.
Seconds later,
I hope they
the
give him the
property
maximum.
landlord and suspected relative of Cole's arrives on scene.
But I need to know if you did hear or see anything at all. Okay. Do you live around here?
I own this property.
All of it?
No, I own from over. I don't own that building. I don't own that house there. I own this place.
Okay. Do you have a tenant that lives here?
Yes.
What's his name?
Cole Morgsby.
Okay. I'm going to ask you if you could stick around and be present for us, because we're probably going to have to come back and answer some questions, okay?
Okay.
So.
Is he here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure my suspect's dad is over there. He owns the property, okay? Just for
so
spitting it out there so I'm not the only one.
This gentleman lives here. His wife is on the porch.
Okay.
The female homeowner from here is where? Because she's not over there.
Okay. She might be.
So if she's inside, we just want to make sure, A, there's no more shooting victims. B,
the window and see if there's anybody.
If there's any.
Police realize another potential witness is nearby and attempt to talk to her.
Okay, you just need to take a breath.
I'm just freaked out.
Okay. So you rent this house?
I rent this house.
Okay. Does somebody rent this garage?
The guy that shot him rents that house.
Okay. So the young guy.
What happened?
Well, we're gonna have detectives come.
Okay.
They're gonna come
We'll have them
talk
up
to you.
there.
I don't want you to keep telling me 5 different times. So I'm gonna let you catch your breath, compose yourself a little bit. It's kind of a scary situation.
Yes, very scary.
Okay.
Very scary.
So the deceased actually lives in the house next door. His wife is over there on the front porch. This gentleman lives up here. They had an altercation about a tree. The deceased was cutting up a tree that had fallen down. He comes out, they exchange words, he shot him.
Next, another officer gets a
Over a fucking tree that was falling.
chance to speak with a paramedic who shares more details she says came from the victim's wife.
Going into a yard to cut down a dead tree and have your neighbor come out and shoot you.
Is that what happened?
She says, I think his name is Mark. Apparently,
So there's this tree right here.
this tree here is in their yard.
Yeah.
He was going out to cut it down because you can see it's dead.
Yep.
And the guy came out, and I guess in the past, he's tried to hit her with a bow and arrow. Well, today he came out and started a fight, according to his wife. She came out to find out what's going on. His wife came out to find out what's going on, and he went and got a gun. And he said, put the gun away. This isn't anything you need a gun for.
Right.
And then he shot him, I guess, 3 times from what she said. And she's the one that called 911.
This is so senseless. I hope they beat his ass in jail. Non-stop. I hope he get to go to jail with Diddy.
And she said, I don't know where his wife went. Is she still there? And I'm like,
She saw the whole thing?
She did. Yeah, and she called 911.
Witnesses say Cole allegedly threatened the victim's wife in the past by pointing a bow and arrow at her, an alleged incident one officer wants to know more about.
And she goes, I think his name is Mark.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't even know your neighbor's name, and he killed your husband.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That first incident would have been a last for me. We would have handled that. Best believe, little baby, I would have handled that.
Yeah, she said that she thinks if he came back from the military.
You wouldn't have pointed that motherfucker at me no more. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. That would have been our last. That would have been our last time you would have pointed anything at me or mine.
It was really not right in the head.
So all this started over cutting down a tree?
A tree.
Do you know the neighbor at all?
It's not even in his yard.
I mean, they've had problems before, and they've called the cops on him before.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And we heard that he just got out of prison and everything, and he doesn't have his mind. But
That don't mean shit. You a human being at the end of the day. Look, I don't give a fuck about nothing that he done been through, bro. As a person, as an adult, as a man, as a human being. Compassion and empathy. What's so hard about being compassionate and empathizing with people? How hard is that shit, bro? It's not that hard at all, bro.
other than that, but my mom, he's pointed a bow and arrow at my mom before. And I think that's when they called the
just told me.
cops.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think he, I don't know.
How long have they lived there?
He just moved in. He just got out of prison.
So it's recent, like 3 months ago. So it started.
Hopefully,
I heard this guy threatened you with a bow and arrow before too.
hopefully his ass go back to prison and he never come out. Cause like this is so unnecessary. This family just lost a whole, a man, a father, a grandfather, husband, dad. For what? For a funky ass tree? That was dying anyway. He was just doing his neighbor. He was just taking care of his residents.
Wow.
He's weird. Like you can look in his eyes and see crazy.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he had it.
Yeah, he would have. If you would have been my wife, he would have been looking. You would have looked at his eyes and seen an ass whooping. That's what you would have saw. A good old ass whooping.
I thought he had like a.
What?
I didn't know he had a handgun.
It was all started over cutting the tree down.
I have no understanding of men threatening women and children, bro. Like I don't have no understanding when it comes to that type of like I'm not for it. I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no.
Oh, my husband was cutting the tree down, yeah, and we heard the gunshot. They went over there, and he lost his life over.
Yeah.
Nothing. I told him just to leave him alone too. Just walk away and call the cops.
I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I would have been breaking down because if I hadn't seen Gurney with his body getting took into the ambulance and they still in there like right now, man, I would have been, even with the yellow tape, I would have been out of there, bro. I would have just felt the worst because they've been sitting here for, what is it, 12 minutes, maybe even longer, because this is chopped up footage. And, damn.
Does anybody talk to that coward neighbor over there?
Which one?
They said they couldn't find her. She was right there when it happened.
Okay, so I guess I got lost in translation. I was assuming it was his wife. So a female lives in the house.
Yeah.
And he lives in the white garage.
Yeah. He harasses her. She came outside and said, I'm terrified of this guy. He's got a gun.
Okay.
So that's why
that was today too?
Yeah. That's why my husband went over there. Because we all heard the gunshot, and she walked outside like freaking out.
Well, I know they were trying to preserve the crime scene as much as possible before the detectives got here. So I know.
Wait. So he pointed a gun at her, and her husband went to go say something. He shot him. That's kind of what happened with this. Damn, bro, I feel bad. Like sometimes you gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get the gesture he was doing, and I commend him for it. But shit. I don't think that was his business. Was it his business? Like, I may have this story wrong, but like, bro really just got killed just for, damn. Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. My people, they tell me my neighbor got a gun. I best believe every time I walk outside, my shit gonna be on me. This is crazy, bro. Like, how did...
That regardless, by the end of all this, she'll be talked to. So.
She was right there.
Did she leave?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
What kind of car did she drive?
Right when my husband got shot, I fell on the ground.
Yeah.
And then I took off and started calling 911 and ran inside.
Did he run off anywhere when it happened?
Yeah, he took off that way, and then
So he could ditch the gun down the way.
I came inside and called 911, and I peeked out my back door, and he was shaking my husband. He came back.
Yeah. So he ran off down the street or to the field?
I don't know.
Just that direction?
That direction.
Okay. Because I know they have not recovered a gun yet. So
they haven't recovered a gun.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, where you could ditch the gun.
He took off that way.
Okay.
It was a handgun.
Okay. Was it black, silver?
Black. All black. I mean, I was terrified he was going to shoot me too.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what's going through his mind.
I know.
It's crazy.
He unloaded the clip on my husband. I heard just pop, 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 pop. Why?
That was unnecessary too. I hope they unnecessarily beat his ass.
Why over nothing? He didn't even put his hands on him. Because he was afraid.
Things in life will never make sense.
I should have just knocked his ass out.
I know this.
Oh, I know exactly who shot him. I can pinpoint him to a T.
I know that. That's what
I can describe him to a T.
I'm saying everything you said or you heard or saw is very important right now.
I don't care if there's a gun or not. I know what I saw.
Well, I know no one's doubting you at all. We got him. No one doubts you.
Back at the police station, officers prepare to lead Cole inside.
Right. You step out. We're gonna walk through that black door right there.
Welcome to your permanent home, bitch.
There, and we're gonna walk through a hallway. Ready? I'm gonna help you walk since you have your hands behind your back, so in case you fall forward, you don't fall on your face, okay?
Let his ass fall. Shit.
Nope. It's our department policy. I'm gonna come back out and grab your stuff here in a second. It's like your phone, wallet, keys, stuff like that, okay?
What did you say your name is again?
Malone.
Malone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Malone.
Yeah.
Long ass dick.
Songs?
A lot of them, yeah.
I thought that was him on that goddamn picture. I was about to say, oh shit, he gonna get out. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That motherfucking sandwich was good. I need a toothpick. I'm finna go for a walk though, right quick. You know, the best time to exercise or like go for just like a light little walk is right after you eat. You gonna burn that shit right off.
We're gonna get him.
In reference to what?
In reference to medical fraud.
In reference to a medical problem?
Medical fraud.
That way?
Medical fraud.
In a second.
Where did this incident occur?
Fairfield Hospital is what the bill is for. I live in Hamilton County.
Okay. Did you make any payments on this?
No, the company guy.
Hey, sir.
I would have been like, sir, if you'll get the fuck off the phone and call back in about 5 minutes.
Give me a minute.
I know.
Yeah, I got the work on. So you're not out any money. Is this bill coming to you?
Yeah, it's all coming into my name and information.
Looks like you're gonna puke something. Just wanna make sure.
Those, so are those unsolved murders or murders?
I don't know.
It's like murders, right?
I would assume it's like
Murderies.
maybe.
Cole was booked for first-degree murder and tampering with evidence after police alleged he hid the gun used in the crime. That gun was reportedly later found in a backyard shed.
No, the hospital is not in our county. Yes, you know where that's at?
Yes.
Yes, it's on Alpha Hanover Street. That's where you need to go. Good luck. All right, well, what's going on with you?
I would assume we should probably put him in a cell.
Okay.
Oh, where the fuck else he gonna go?
I'm on here while I want to.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not safe.
Let's go get safe, then I'll hold it here a second.
Okay.
You're right. Face the wall in front of you, please. The wall right here. Step over a little bit. There you go. Okay. Did you pat him down already? Did he have anything on it?
I got the rest of his stuff in an envelope in my car.
Identification right now?
Oh yeah, you guys.
You got all that?
Yeah.
Put that on. Put that on.
I can't, sir. I know it's important to you, and I understand that. I'll make sure it's safe. I'm gonna put it in this envelope. I have no reason to keep it.
I'm gonna do a more thorough one.
I understand.
Nope, I took that off already.
Okay. Okay, so he's going to remove the handcuffs. That's what I want you to do. He takes the handcuff off here, whatever hand takes off of him, put your hand flat on the wall in front of you. Understand those instructions? Okay. Leave your hand on the wall until I tell you to remove it, please.
We're gonna do the same thing with this hand, okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
Step back a little bit.
How they acting so cool and laid back with somebody that just murdered somebody for no reason? I don't know. They composure. Just crazy.
I'm going to pat you down, and I'm going to have you also remove your shoes, and I'm going to have you remove your socks. I'm going to check those out. If everything's okay, we'll be putting them back on. You understand that? Okay. Okay, go ahead and remove your socks.
Might as well just, yeah.
Practice that? It was hard.
Do what?
Practice that? Hardest one.
I've been doing this about 30 years.
Where are you at?
Put your hands back on the wall for a second for balance. Lift up your right foot. As far as unless they want it or anything, as far as I'm concerned, you can have it back. That's nothing you make.
That's like a religious thing.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. I'll make sure if I get it back to you, I'll make sure you get it back. Okay, but for now, I can't have you have anything in there while you're in the cell. I think you understand that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards your religion or anything like that. What time do you have on there?
1909.
All right, thank you.
Damn, it's 7 o'clock. Shit.
you like to answer any medical questions at this time?
No.
Okay. Okay, I can figure that, that's fine. So, the only reason I'm asking you medical questions is in case something happens to you, who you know who to get a hold of, or you like family-wise or something like that. That's the only reason I'm asking stuff like that. I don't know anything about your incident. Don't want to know anything about your incident. I'm not going to ask you anything about your incident. So, knowing that, can you answer some of my questions now? Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna force you to do anything you don't want to do. That's not an issue. Go ahead and put him straight away. I gotta grab some keys. Put him straight away in one there.
One with me. Just a temporary holding. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, get used to it, bitch.
Yep. And a toilet for you.
Honky neck. 2 + 2 not knowing what the fuck it is.
They make it. That's fine. I'm just gonna watch him on the camera.
Cole was sentenced to 24 years to life behind bars.
Thank God.
Subscribe now.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to all my supporters. I love you. And that's it, baby. We out.